Happy spring sports season. As you can clearly tell with all the snow outside, it's that time of year again. But Coach Amanda Fefel and her Greyhounds are going off to Mansfield, Texas for a multi-team event this weekend. Coach, first of all, your season starts playing 5 games in 3 days, 2 of the 5 games being against ranked opponents. So in terms of scheduling that and your philosophy, what does that do or accomplish for your team that wouldn't be accomplished by like scheduling a normal doubleheader or two? Like, for example, if you just say, oh, we'll just schedule New Mexico Highlands for Thursday or Friday and then have another non conference doubleheader in on Sunday. What does that accomplish as opposed to that more traditional, so to speak,
Mhm.
format?
Yeah, so with us, we really tried to look to build our toughness early in the season. I know we typically always went to Los Lunas and played, a little bit of the RMAC crossover, and I think that was one of our tournaments that we really enjoyed going to. I think we really wanted to test ourselves this year with us having so many new bodies into our roster. We really wanted to get those ranked opponents, more regional competition, people we haven't seen before, just so we can prepare a little bit harder for the Lone Star Conference in its toughness that obviously we're going to have to need going against WT being our first conference opponent right out the gate. So I think we just wanted to take a shift from those, like you mentioned, the double headers versus another opponent, and now really get our feet wet with the people we potentially could see if we do move forward in the regional rankings.
Last season, this team really played to its record, rarely losing to teams with worse records, but conversely, not that often beating teams with winning records and only beating a top 25 team once in 13 tries. Though there's progress to be seen year after
Mhm.
year, and with a new team, how are you going to set your expectations and what will they be?
Yeah, so as mentioned, we have 11 freshmen, three transfers, so a lot of new bodies on our roster, losing 7 of 9 starters from last year. Um, we really need to find out who this team is, and I think early on in the season, it's really going to be our first 10 games out before conference play is really going to work out the kinks and where pieces mesh. I think making a lineup right now is very hard. I think we have a lot of good pieces to the dynamic of infield, outfield, adding 2 new arms to our pitching staff. But for me, I think really seeing where they do well and what we need to work on moving into conference play is going to be important. But as far as the rank opponents go, I think anybody within our conference, if you look across the board, and you're probably referring to UT Tyler, but anybody can beat anybody in our conference. And I think it's really important for us to just play game by game and build off of our success prior. But I don't want to look into also this one's ranked, this one ranked. We need to show up and play. And I think that's the most important thing for us.
Gotcha. You answered this a little bit just now, but Greyhounds were projected seventh in the Lone Star Conference poll, but what's your 30-second pitch for why this Greyhound team has the right stuff to win, not just contend for the championship?
Yeah, so I think right now our conference is by far probably the toughest Division II conference for softball in the nation. I think when it comes to the people that we play every given day, I think we just continuously build off of that. I think the players that we have coming into our program right now um, meet the echelon that we need to compete and win in this conference. For me, I think the youth is going to play a factor, but for us, I also think that the dynamic and pieces that we were looking for in off season and in the summer, I think are going to match very well where we maybe fell short last year in our play. But for me, I, winning it and competing, I just want them to go out there and compete every game because again, when they compete, winning will come. Our team's gritty. Our team is fun to be around. I think this is a great group of girls right now to step out on the field in 2 days. I think they're eager and hungry right now to get going.
And they will get going, as you said, in just about 2 days' time. Coach Amanda Fefel, everybody.
Thank you.